You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rudrance for our Black and White Sports. Well, the one thing we know Tom Brady cares about more than anything, at least when it comes to sports, and some could say when it comes to everyday life, is winning. And I said one of the factors I believe that Brady considered when he chose to walk away was A, what the BUCS team will look like next year, and B, the fact that the BUCS cut Antonio Brown. I believe that actually did make Tom Brady mad. I think Tom Brady believes that the BUCS probably would have beaten the Rams the other day. He even posted a picture on his Instagram snapshot of his phone saying it was Super Bowl day with the caption that read, "Shit." He's obviously pissed about not having made the Super Bowl, and one could argue that he certainly took a shot at the Buccaneers over letting Antonio Brown go, because I think if you read between the lines, that's exactly what he is talking about. As we know, the Rams went all in. They went all in. Von Miller with the trade, going and getting Odell Beckham. And I've said, even with all the things that came with Antonio Brown, with him on the field, right, wrong, or indifferent, morality game or not in the NFL, Tom Brady was a better quarterback when Antonio Brown was playing. And I said I thought they would have beaten the Rams in that game that they lost. Why? Because Antonio Brown was a chain mover. Plain and simple, one of the best slot receivers and guys that stretches the field in the league. We know all the drama with Antonio Brown. I understand why the BUCS chose to cut bait, unless you were trying to win a Super Bowl. And I think that's all, frankly, Tom Brady cared about, was winning the Super Bowl. At his age, I can't say I blame him. So we're going to start with two things, because Tom Brady has also went full Brett Favre. He has went full Brett Favre. Never go full Brett Favre. He went full Brett Favre, for full disclosure. I'm a huge Brady fan. I'm a huge Brett Favre fan. And I got to tell you, I don't think Tom Brady's retired. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't sound like it. There are just too many little things he's dropping and getting specific now involving his retirement, supposedly, that makes me think he's in a wait-and-see pattern. Did Tom Brady deliver a jab at the BUCS while lauding the Rams? You've got to go for it. Now, last night was his podcast, by the way. As Tom Brady watched the Rams beat the Bengals in Super Bowl 56, it was no surprise to him why the team that eliminated the BUCS from the playoffs won the Lombardi Trophy. It went for it. The biggest move was the trade for Matthew Stafford, adding him to a talented team, including Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. But what put the Rams over the top, according to Brady, was the addition of receiver Odell Beckham Jr. and edge rusher Von Miller. Maybe he's arguing they should have went and got Odell. Quote, "You're trying to find the right mix of guys and the right team with the right attitude, the right desire, and determination to get over the hump. And I think Matt found that in the Rams, and they found that in Matt," he said on his Let's Go podcast. Quote, "Matt is a very talented quarterback. He went to a very competitive organization where you had Aaron Donald there, you had Jalen Ramsey, and I know those guys are very competitive. Sean McVay, who's a great young coach, and then they bring in the same year Odell. They go all in with Odell. He has a great first quarter and a half in that game, and they go and trade for Von Miller. I said I think they, if Odell would have not gotten hurt in that game would have actually gotten ugly. People think their time will come, but the reality is you've got to do the work to put yourself in a position to win a Super Bowl. Quote, "You've got to go for it. These things are really hard to earn. You can't buy them. You've got to go earn them." And when you watch the Rams approach, you know they could go the other way, but it's not from a lack of effort. That's an organization that's determined to go out there and win Super Bowls, and I have a lot of respect for that. The Bucs certainly went for it during Brady's first season, trading for Gronkowski, claiming Leonard Fournette, and signing receiver Antonio Brown after his 8-game suspension. All three players caught touchdowns from Brady in the Bucs' 31-9 win over the Chiefs in Super Bowl 55 a year ago. Can we acknowledge how weird it was to watch the Super Bowl and Brady or Aaron Rodgers or somebody like that not being in it? But the 2021 season was different. Brown got injured and then got suspended for a fake vaccination card. He returned for one game, caught 10 passes for 110 in a win over the Panthers. The second week, he refused to re-enter the game in the second half against the Jets and was released. Beckham was available while Brown was injured, but Bruce Arians passed on him. Outside linebacker Jason Pierre-Paul was playing with a torn rotator cuff in his shoulder and fractured finger and not producing. Meanwhile, the Rams traded a second and third pick to the Broncos for Miller, who had 2 sacks. Brady certainly said he has been out of the country but still watched the Super Bowl. Said it took him back to the old days of growing up in California watching the Niners. Quote, when the Niners won the Super Bowl, I would go out, bang pots and pans down El Camino Real in San Mateo. I was so excited because I played in it. You kind of lose the sense of perspective in that game. That's crazy. This is when he goes on and he makes things very interesting. Quote, I'm super content and happy with how I feel in my decision, Brady said. All you can do is take it day by day. Nothing is promised for us. I'm going to do things that I really enjoy and spend time with the people that I really enjoy spending time with. The future is bright. I look forward to the opportunities that are ahead. Now, this is interesting. I think there are things as far as the way, like, from in-game things to, like, the handling of the Antonio Brown situation that I think over time started to get to him a little bit. So I don't think he's coming back as a Buccaneer. That was Albert Breer that added that little tidbit when he was talking about Brady coming back. Now, we've got this little tidbit from last night. And this is where I think the situation is very interesting. In addition to, quote, never saying never last Monday, Brady also said he won't know how he feels until training camp comes around. Okay, that's the piece of the puzzle that I believe indicates he is really angling to get back in the league and get back in the league with a team that is not the Buccaneers. What team that is, I don't know, okay? We've speculated about the 49ers, but you've got to wonder if there might not be another team we're not thinking about. You know, the Denver Broncos, Pittsburgh Steelers, a couple of other teams that we feel like are real close, lacking a quarterback. But I think when Tom Brady comes out and says, you've got to do whatever it takes, I believe, and I truly believe this, that if you hooked up Tom Brady and you gave him truth serum, he would tell you he is livid that they cut Antonio Brown. I think he doesn't care if Antonio Brown went out on the field during the Jets game and moonwalked across the field butt naked and gave the double middle finger shot to Bruce Arians directly to the face. Tom Brady would sit back and go, you better not cut him because we can't win the Super Bowl without him. I truly believe that. I know Antonio Brown said he was hurt. I'm not sure how hurt he was, but I think one would believe he would have played in the playoffs. Okay, I do believe that he would have played in the playoffs, and he absolutely would have made a difference in these games. And I think Tom Brady absolutely knows Antonio Brown would have made a difference in these games. And I think Tom Brady is pissed at the Bucs organization over that. I truly believe it. I think Tom Brady's coming back if he can angle to the right situation. The other situation, Tennessee Titans. I know they said we don't want Rodgers, so you would assume they wouldn't want Brady, but him and Mike Vrabel are like best friends. So I think that's interesting. I still say it's the Niners, but I mean, look, I'm taking it day by day. We don't know how I'll feel at the at training camp. I mean, the guy is trying to get back in the league right now. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.